say, LeBron, you are a piece of shit, LeBron James. LeBron James,
I love Hennessy,
did some promo where he sat down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes, so fewer people are watching the NBA than in previous years. Ratings for NBA games on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV are down 25%. That's according to Sports Media Watch, and there are many ideas floating about why. Three-pointer propensity and lack of defense are the two main things observers are pointing to, and it's become more clear that players rest more often than they used to, and the regular season has been watered down in recent years. Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla was asked about the declining ratings, and one would think the coach of the reigning champions would defend his game, but that was not the case, saying, "I add to that, I don't watch NBA games, I'm just as much of a problem as everyone else," adding he'd rather watch something else.
Bad news. On to sports. Which one of these sports topics do you want to attack first?
You want to do LeBron first?
Yeah, I was going to say LeBron, you are a piece of shit, LeBron James. LeBron James,
I love Hennessy,
did some promo where he sat down and said this is the second decision, playing off of his boys club Miami Heat's decision that he made in whatever year that was, 2013, I don't remember.
2010, I think.
It's great marketing.
Somewhere.
Whatever.
That was great marketing.
Whatever. Now, because LeBron is old as shit, people are waiting for some type of retirement announcement or retirement clue or something. Yeah. And he knows that, so now he's about to be a jerk.
You're gonna troll.
Because stupid people like me thought that, okay, this makes sense with the timing. Season's about to start. No way he'll start the season without letting us know that this is his retirement season.
I thought you meant without
the decision, what a way to right the wrong with the... He got me. It worked on me.
It didn't work on me. We talked a couple weeks ago, and I was saying I don't think he would announce his retirement this close to the season because I think the league would want to coordinate like where the home games are, where the road games, to really maximize. Like,
announcing this close to the season doesn't tell me the league doesn't know. I could be coordinated with them behind the scenes, and this is the public announcement.
See, I think he's from what I'm hearing, and you may know more about this than me because he's not that like tight with the league right now. Yeah, okay, so that's why I wouldn't think that. But I just also think that this was so predictable. Like when you see that thing, of course that was what I'm supposed to think. So I'm like, he's going to try and throw us off. Also, I don't think he's going to retire after watching Bryce the other night. I think he's going to want to wait and see if Bryce has a shot in the league.
No, he's going to the league. It's just a matter of when he goes to the league.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in his span. Like he can't wait 4 years, but he could wait one. If he goes after his first year, I think he'd want to play with both of his sons. I have a sneaky suspicion Bryce would get drafted by the Lakers too. So I think he might want to see that. Hey, what? Look,
if he put me and my two sons on the Lakers,
that's crazy. And salute.
Just throwing shit on.
Oh, then I definitely don't want to hear about Michael Jordan and his crack sniffing son.
Yeah. It was coke.
I don't
crack on the nigga.
Whatever. You know he smoked some crack.
No, he didn't.
Michael Jordan's son smoked crack.
You can't say that. We don't know that. We're just joking, y'all.
Allegedly, it's a joke.
Allegedly, we don't know.
You don't do that.
We don't know. Well, he had crack on him.
He had coke on him.
Coke.
It's not crack.
With some crack.
Those some bitches.
With some crack too.
I hate y'all.
I love that niggas from Isha's era will still make the distinction as if public perception is like they savvy enough to know. Like, no.
Crack versus coke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like one is worse than the other. They're not worse than another. You know what I mean? But
in public perception, one is worse.
No, for sure.
In real world, one is worse.
Yeah, one did more damage.
Are you crazy?
Did you guys see the Kodak Black method mission?
No, the what?
I don't be on fucking meth. I tried it though. Everybody be on meth. Y'all just really want to have something against me. And at first I thought that was funny, but I was like, wait, Adderall and all that shit is really kind of meth.
They said it's one molecule away from meth.
He's not all the way wrong.
See, I think Adderall is being one step short of Coke. We used to call it Diet Coke.
I heard that too.
Yeah, but drugs are bad. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Question for y'all.
Yeah.
Is this
and Sudafed's got in there too.
Is this the year that we can judge Bronny? Because last year y'all on everybody's ass, y'all was
bet
on me for being critical. At what point can we assess him without being seen like bullies or haters or whatever? I'm not saying good or bad. We could turn out to say he's the greatest player ever. But I'm saying, when is it fair to judge this young man as an NBA basketball player? Because I saw some highlights the first couple preseason games, or at least one, and I gave me thoughts.
Asking the question as if you've been looking for the line to get on back of it. It's just the sick part about it. Hey, where's the? It's all right to hate on this little nigga line.
I don't want to hate on him. I just want to fairly assess him. Because last year when I said I don't think he didn't look like a pro to me. He didn't look like an NBA pro. I mean, he obviously is a G League player, and a good one. Watching the preseason this year, I'm not that encouraged, but I wish him the best. I hope he turns out to be great. But
Mark, you're also not a Laker fan.
That's true.
Like, you really invested in their business.
I'm a Laker observer though. Like, there's a few teams I watch most of their games. Sixers I watch every game. Knicks I watch most of their games. Lakers I watch most of their games. So just because growing up and then with Kobe, like I've always loved to watch the Lakers. And I love JJ Redick. I really as a coach, so I watch him. But I'm wondering like. Is this the
team for the coach is funny.
Well, because I know JJ Redick. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm rooting for him. Like, it's more than I'm rooting for the coach. Same thing with the Hawks. I'm rooting for Lloyd Pierce. Like, so when he was the head coach, like, it's that kind of thing. And now the Pacers. Do y'all feel like this is the year to judge Bronny?
He's in the league, so you can judge him. I mean, I just think it says something with the way that you judge this guy's kid.
Well, you keep calling some guy's kid. This ain't about LeBron.
It is about.
Unfortunately,
a lot of people. It is about. It's about LeBron.
No, what I mean is, it's not gonna have something against LeBron. Like, I love LeBron. You know what I mean? And I think Bronny's a great kid.
Just
you all gonna get quiet?
Well, no, I'm trying to put.
I was waiting for the hate.
There's no hate. I just feel like
because he's lying.
No, I do think he's a great kid, and I do love LeBron. I was the person who thought he should stay in college. Bronny should stay in college, and I was the person that said that his upside. In fact, my very first time here as a guest, I said like I think his upside is an NBA rotation player, like a Gary Payton II, that kind of a thing. But that would require more seasoning, 4 years of college. I think that's still an upside. I've been watching him play. He's getting better. But when I watch him even in his preseason, I'm still not convinced. But I'm like, it feels like last year you couldn't say that without being a hater. I'm like, can we say it this year?
I think you still can't say it because you said it so much last year as a hater that people just going to be like, all right, you still just trying to get your hate off,
right? And I'm not. But I feel like
things don't turn around. I mean, it takes more time for things to turn around if you consider him the player that you consider him as. It takes more time. It doesn't take a couple of months.
Yeah, it could be a few years.
How many?
It could be a few years. You're right. I'm saying you're right.
If you feel that way, yeah. So you should give him a fair assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say give him some time too, especially because you're such a big Caitlin Clark fan. Like, you can't just bash young black boys like this.
Well, Caitlin was good though.
And then
look at this guy.
Miss Caitlin can play.
Miss Caitlin.
You want to shout out Asia Wilson?
I do want to shout out Asia Wilson. First of all,
because you ain't said a word about her. She won her 4th MVP. You've been real silent on that.
Because every time I mention WNBA, y'all make fun of me.
No, we don't.
But we want to champion black women.
It started feeling safe.
We want to champion black women up here, though.
That's for sure. That's one thing we gonna do. Asia Wilson, shout out to you, 4th MVP. And I mean, I love y'all.
I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him at all.
Speaking of black women, what's up with Ayesha Curry? I've seen her in the news a lot.
What happened there?
Ish can break it down.
No. I don't have the full gamut. They said basically she
goes on every media opportunity and makes it sound, well, to people that want to analyze it this way, that she's unhappy or didn't ever want to be married or blah, 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 blah.
She goes on a tour. The narrative is that she embarrasses her husband at return.
Is that not what she said?
Let's play the clip first and see what she said.
I'm going to find the clip. But to you married brothers, like, is that just part of marriage? Like, your partner having a voice? Because I'm cool with marrying my psycho partner, but we be in the crib with it. Like, I'll listen to that shit. But if they could just say some shit and then the world here.
Yo, you might ain't get the 300-400 yet.
The 300-400
million he's talking about.
Oh yeah, he don't give a fuck. Yeah, this nigga don't care
at all. At all.
No, he cares.
I don't think he does.
He cares. I think he cares. I think while you look for the clip, I think Ayesha Curry is who y'all try to paint Sierra to be.
Say more.
Yeah.
People constantly say Sierra's with Russell because this is not the dude she wants. She just settled for him. She wants
you cooking ice.
The bad boy and all this other shit, and she seems to really be happy and really be this person.
With a cookbook though.
I think that Ayesha Curry is all of that shit y'all say about Sierra applies to Ayesha Curry.
The nigga cooking with a cookbook.
Who you heard say that, nigga? You
That's a good one.
Where you get that from? You got that from Miss D's? That was fire. Where you get that from? He ain't come up with that fire.
Watch your mouth, nigga.
He heard that somewhere.
I'm not.
I don't like that.
That ain't come from that noggin.
That was a good one. I'm not doing does anybody know how long
I had the clip if you want me to play it.
Let's
Hear the clip first.
Always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So,
Hey, and before I play this clip, this is her on call her daddy.
Okay.
Or Call Me Daddy.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah.
Which,
Two very different shows.
no, it's the same show. The bitch that went and got the money.
It's Squawk.
You know who it is. The one that left her partner and fucking balled
Took
out.
off.
Yeah, took off. Left her partner working at Whole Foods back.
No.
Packing up
Partner
shit.
left. Partner thought she was Aisha and left Steph alone. And Steph went out there and started getting money.
The partner was fighting for how she was being treated at the company, and she got the bad end of the stick. That's why I keep telling Mark about fighting for your rights. Hey, sometimes
you get them.
Sometimes.
Here you go. Here go your rights.
No, but listen, all I want to say about, women that go on that podcast, it seemed like
Oh yeah. That's their place to get their shit off.
they getting their shit off.
empowering.
They getting their shit off up there, man. Well, shouldn't women be allowed to have their space?
Yes.
Yes. The she shed.
Before I play the clip,
The kitchen.
all right.
And they calling me. This nigga said the she should. Oh.
Before I play the clip, I just want to hear where y'all stand on. Shouldn't women have their space where they get to go talk their womanly, girly, women empowerment shit?
Yeah.
Like uninterrupted.
Like we do here.
Pod wives.
Everybody deserves a space.
Yes. But what happens is when you say that in your space and you are a popular figure,
Good for you, nigga. I hear you.
then that shit gonna come out. And you can't control what comes out to the media. And I also think that, you should be able to have your space, but you should also have some reservations if it's gonna make your significant other look stupid.
Exactly.
All right.
I think a lot of these empowered ones.
Let me play the
Well,
clip.
let me
Let me
play the clip.
Let me play the clip.
You think they're disobedient?
Kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
no. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I
She was
thought I was
16
going
or
to
some
be
shit.
a career
No, listen,
girl,
listen.
and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, me,
Yo.
like they can maybe tell him,
Sorry.
fucking shots suck tonight. But like that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't
I do not have
kids? Did you always knew you wanted a big
That's the
family?
clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she go further because she goes to say
Because that right there is not bad to me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I,
Yeah, that's
I
not
totally
bad at
agree with
all.
everything she said.
No, she was just saying she tried to talk to him. He just don't understand because he's like, "But we got everything." Like that's my question.
Go get
So,
a job
I
then.
disagree with that.
Well,
part.
see, so again,
Slow down. I think we having a lot of conversation.
yeah. That's,
All right, go ahead. Let's.
So
So Corey said, "Yo, what the fuck you gonna go do?" And I said, "Yeah, that part."
She can go get a job.
I disagree with that piece. I think that there is power in you going out, earning your keep, whatever the case may be. There's some fulfillment there.
And they
You know
got
what I'm
fly sewing machines now.
You ain't seen
Yeah.
the Williamson
The shit with the
shit?
laser.
For real.
Yeah, the shit with the laser.
They got the shit with the,
Yeah.
the triple needle.
Good job, man.
Yo, and they call me the misogynist.
It's easier than ever to go grocery shopping now too.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. I think that there is when you get in a relationship that young, I think that she could potentially feel like she missed out on a big part of the world. I'm dead serious when I
Yeah,
say
no,
that.
I'm with you.
Like, yo, you going to college or you sending your resume out, you going on interviews, and then you outside working. It's something to experience. And if you never experienced it, I could see where there would be some lack of fulfillment there.
She sound like she living in regret.
See, I didn't hear
I don't
any
take
of that.
that. Yeah, I don't
No,
take
but
that.
that's not on that one clip.
I heard the other. That's why I want to separate the two things out, right? What she said there, I think, was quite reasonable. They asked her if she saw herself in this place, and she said, "No, I had these other plans for myself, who I would be in the world, what I would do." And then I got into this relationship so young. She said, "You never know where you're going to end up." Basically saying, you make plans, and then life happens, and they go in a different direction. It didn't even sound like a complaint to me. It sounded like she was just saying shit happens in life that you don't anticipate. And I think if you ask the average 16-year-old or 18-year-old,
I agree,
what they want to do and where they're going to be in 10 years, and then you look at them 10 years later, the gap between what they said they were going to do and what they actually did is huge.
Yeah.
The reason that the internet is taking this clip and reacting to it a certain way is because they already have a narrative about Ayesha Curry that they've been building based off
things
a few
she said in the past.
Yeah, based off things she said, based off things she's done. They immediately went back and found the clip when she went on the show with Tia Mowry,
showing her feet.
when the cake guy came out and she mocked like she was taking her wedding ring off.
Yeah.
There's the other interviews she's done where she said, "Hey, I never got a chance to, for all intents and purposes, have a whole phase."
She also said some shit like, "Yo, when I go out, I want the men to look at me and want, you know what I mean, with a certain level."
I don't think there's nothing wrong with all that.
I don't get any.
Nothing. This is the thing.
But you're representing something.
Nah, there's something wrong.
There's a lot wrong with that.
There's something wrong.
As
with
a
that.
representing your
Of
husband.
course you don't understand.
I don't. You're representing your husband. You're representing somebody.
Fuck you.
Let me ask you this, right? If a married man sat on the couch and a beautiful woman walked in and that man said, and act like he was going to go chase the woman, it would be looked at a certain way. You being disrespectful to your wife. If a married man comes in and he's married to, let's say, what's
Asia Wilson.
No,
He married somebody nice.
Halle Berry or something, right?
Okay.
And then he says, "Yo, when I go out, I'll be wanting these chicks to look at my gray sweatpants too, dog. Like, I don't want to be like, it's something to be said about that. Like, it's disrespectful to your
I
significant
think
other.
that also entirely depends on your relationship with your partner, because some partners have like a fun relationship where they joke about that type of shit, and it might not be known by the public that these are jokes in the house.
Steph could think nothing of it, but when you say it publicly, now you open up yourself to public criticism of what the world looks at as appropriate and inappropriate.
I've also seen Steph stick up for her, and some people putting up content.
He's done that as recently as last week.
Yeah, Killer Mike said something.
Yeah. But Steph is a man of the church.
Yes.
Right? So his views and how he handles things and how he goes about it, like, we get it, one. Two, Steph is part of he flies in that rarefied air of people where there is nothing negative that we know to say about him.
True.
He's the 6'1" guy that became the greatest in a sport where we always thought you had to be tall and big. He's this,
6'3".
Still short. Yeah.
He's the tiny guy, but I mean, he made his way to the best shooter in the world. You'd have to really stress yourself to find negative press about him. True. And it seems like the only time that we can create the internet, when I say we create some type of story about him, is when we hear from
your better half.
And I think that's part of the problem. And I agree with you, Isham, part of that. I wasn't disagreeing with the taking the ring part of it. I was talking about the whole phase part. I was saying that, like, I don't think anything's wrong with her coming out and saying, "Hey, I never got to have a whole phase."
It is something.
Saying that
It is something wrong.
I get that you have a different position. Let me just say mine. So, for me, the context in which I heard her say it was like, every young person has a chance to experiment before they get married. I don't think she wanted to have a whole phase with him, like while she was with him. I think she was saying, I never had a chance to experience single life as an adult. And I do think a lot of people should have that. The ring thing I wouldn't like. You know what I mean? Again, if my wife did it, I would not care.
Based on your relationship.
Based on our relationship, because that's sort of how we joke. It's like when that Denzel video went up, and I was like, and she was like, "Husband, I ain't got no husband." Like when she was saying it, like, it's funny. To me, it's cute and it's funny, and I don't care. It seems to me that a lot of the people who have a criticism of her have a certain idea of how women should be in relationships.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people, to your point, Joe, they're partly modeling it based on how men in Steph, like, he's a man of the church. And so there's a certain idea of what church women should look like and what church mothers and first ladies should look like. That view is very similar to the view that many traditional non-church people have about how women should operate. Sure. And I don't necessarily think even though Steph's part of the church, that's his view.
I think that to your point about the whole phase, it's Donnell Jones where I want to be. If you listen to the words of the song, it's basically, yo, we got in this relationship married early. I don't know what the world is out here to offer. I'm trying to go find out. You can think that. I think that there's a problem when you say, as a married woman to somebody that is a international star, yo, I missed out on my quote unquote whole phase, meaning that regretfully, I might wanted to have explored that.
I think the difference is with the Donnell Jones lyric was, I want to go see that, and I don't think she's saying that.
He wasn't.
Ayesha Curry said, she's not doing that shit. She's saying
he wasn't married.
But, and people are receiving her constant statements as a tweety. She's not being received as somebody that's just stating the facts of, hey, I missed out on this whole phase. It didn't happen like that.
And I think that's willful ignorance.
She sounds like, hey, I might have missed out on something. And then that turns into, depending on who's getting that, something else. Because you ended up with the tippity top of what men have to offer. And still, so that's why the conversation is a thing. It's nuanced.
I get that. No. But then it opens up another conversation. Maybe she didn't get the tippity top of what men have to offer. She got that in notoriety and money. But it could be lacking something else. And you, again, make your husband look like he is not sufficient in providing certain things for you.
Because she goes on to say, I'd have never fucked with him back in the day. Like, he just wasn't my type.
Or you can't say that.
When did they get together, though? That's the part
in high school.
So, like, when
they met at some
when she was 12.
When was she not going to fuck?
And then reconnected years later.
Yeah. Which means when you say these things verbally, your husband now looks kind of crazy. But you get what I'm saying?
Actually, we ain't got to get all deep on this. Yeah. What is there to not understand about you will be looked at through a certain lens if your significant other, wife, husband, or whoever get out there? We did this with Jada.
Yeah. Yes.
When Jada Pinkett Smith got out there and every other month and year told us how much he missed Tupac Shakur.
Nigga,
we judged him.
How much?
No, the young boy that just got drafted.
That's way different.
It's different. The young boy that just got drafted. That plays for Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. His girl's like, yo, he wasn't my type. Blah, 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 blah. I was doing same shit. But Travis Hunter and Steph Curry are nowhere near in the same hemisphere. Not just that, Steph Curry's been married for double-digit years. Well, so for your wife now that you have children with to get on a public platform time after time after time and put that sentiment in the air to even be pondered, to me is disrespectful, bro.
Why you don't look at it as you said it earlier, there's something lacking in the relationship.
Keep that.
Hold on. There's something lacking. With being the tippity top, it comes with a lot of responsibility on the outside that takes away from your family. So why can't you look at it like that, as she is basically crying for help, crying for the attention, crying for the acknowledgement, crying for the respect from her husband. Like, yo, I risked this, even though, we had children. I took care of the children.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great point.
But you don't got to tell the world that. You could go in,
bro. That's a great point.
Tell your husband or get some counseling.
Still makes your husband look insufficient.
I got you.
But I guess the only thing and that is a great point. I'm just saying it might not be true. Right? All this hinges on us believing that their relationship is a certain thing that it might not be. They might all be happy and laughing when they get home and
and again, and I get this from the Killer Mike exchange.
Yeah.
He has no problem with anything that's going on with his wife, and he would prefer for the internet to mind their fucking business.
Well, then tell your wife to stop giving us this shit to talk about.
See, that's where it gets tough.
And I think that's where it gets tough.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can't get mad at people speaking on shit that you putting out there.
No, but here's what
it ain't like this is just people making shit up. She herself is saying these things. But it's not. Hold on, let me finish. It's not like it's people just running around. Yo, I think Ayesha Curry thinks this. I think that. She is sitting down voluntarily. She don't have a show or nothing like that. She's going on these platforms time and time again. She's going on these platforms, divulging this information, making him look like this. And yes, people are going to talk.
But see, I guess
getting it from the horse's mouth.
And I guess that's the part I think if she says things in public, we have a right to criticize the things. I agree with that. I think part of the narrative becomes you're embarrassing him. And I think my whole point is we got to stop saying that if he's saying I'm not embarrassed, right? I'm fine with this.
Sure.
Yeah, he's saying y'all are minding my business before he's saying I'm embarrassed about anything.
Exactly. So we should say it's bothering us, not that it's bothering him, because we almost make it seem like we're standing up for Steph, like we're protecting Steph from his wife's words.
I agree with that.
And it's like Steph is like, nah, I'm good. So
most of this criticism seems
I would feel the same. I know I would feel that way. And this happened with Michelle Obama, and I gotta say it bothered me too. When you're and I think this happens with women in particular, but I think black women a lot. And part of it is an effort to humanize us, right? When you get celebrated and you're seen as perfect all the time, a lot of times it's our wives that'll be like, yeah, but he don't take out the trash, or yeah, he don't do it. And after a while, I was like, damn, Michelle, like, say something nice about the guy, right? Not because she doesn't love him. I know she loves him, and I know he loves her. But sometimes it's this effort to show, like, you know, he's an everyday person. I think it does reach to the point where where it starts to be like
demoralizing.
I think it's also a weird thing where we say don't say something nice about the guy when the only things that go viral is her saying things that some could take as negative. She might be saying all the nice shit in the world that just don't go negative.
And that's another
like
negativity
or something that someone could pick at is going to go viral, and not her saying he's the best man in the world.
Especially if there's a narrative.
He made my life great.
Well, see, that's the thing. Hold up for a minute, Freeze. That's when my toxic brain kicks in for a second, because that's not the only thing that goes viral. The little fine cheerleader girl that's standing behind the basket as I'm shooting free throws with the Steph Curry custom-made shirt over titties is going viral too. And while I have to pretend to not see this lady.
What lady?
Exactly. So if my response publicly is just how I carry it, but if this is how I respond to this and how I deal with all that comes on my plate as a famous person, not for him, because you're right, I'd be projecting again. I think there would be some level of expectation as to how you would expect for your partner to handle
the public spotlight. Or the other part y'all missing is he could just be a real nigga. Like, I could be pissed off about this. I'm not gonna let y'all know. Of course, I'm gonna act like it's all good. Same thing with Barack. Same thing with the rest of them. He can't go out there and show that what she's doing is bothering me. True. So every time the camera's in my face or I say something, I'm gonna stand up for her. Nah, that's cool. That's it. Nah, don't worry about it, man. We good over here.
I think it's unfair to project what your version of a relationship or what your version of how your wife should talk or act or think is on anybody else's relationship. I think that's fucking weird.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree, but we do that with every relationship and how we look at, again, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Where Will Smith could have been,
she was out of pocket. That was egregious. She was out of pocket.
I'm not talking about the Tupac shit. I'm talking about
the other shit. Not even the Tupac shit.
Who says?
No, she was out of pocket.
Based on our standard, she was out of pocket. Based on what they might have been doing in their household, she wasn't.
You could tell based on how Will reacted to some shit too.
Yeah, you could tell Will was affected.
I think at some point Will seemed affected by it.
Yeah,
and if you weren't, then you'd be right. I agree with you.
We saw a long time he acted like he wasn't. We saw the red in his eyes, right? We saw all of that shit.
Entanglement.
Maybe the red in his eyes came because now it became public information and public knowledge. He might have had a knowledge of that relationship for a decade. Right. We don't know that, but now that it's out in the world, now I feel embarrassed. I'm on the front page. My wife.
That's the part I'm talking about. I'm only talking about the public part.
Cool. But Parks' point was we can't tell somebody how to basically describe normality in a relationship or normalcy in a relationship. Cool, right? But the people that are looking, they're going to make an opinion with any public relationship.
Again, I'm good with the opinions. If you're in public, we're going to make public opinions. I just think, again, we don't want to project our values, our experience, everything onto that.
Y'all two, Parks and Mark, as married men, if you saw your wife on a television show and when the Chippendales dancer came out, she mocked, joking, like she was taking her ring off, how would y'all feel?
I'd be fine with it.
I'm gonna fight back on the broadcast that I be on.
Exactly.
You gonna get some muscles? It's some grease. You're gonna get some grease on your chest. No.
See, I agree with y'all. If I was married and I saw my wife do that, I wouldn't pay it no
mind. That wouldn't bother me.
But then if 3 months later,
to a bunch of other things,
something else happened,
and
I maybe wouldn't pay it no mind either.
Then a year later,
and then 6 months later, like the string of events, at some point I would have the conversation with her. So that's why I like Ice's point, because I assume Steph Curry to be a real nigga.
I would imagine they had conversations. That would be unbelievable to me that they didn't sit down at dinner and say, hey, when you go out there and do these interviews, maybe don't say this. Or he's like, yo, actually throw that shit in the fire. Who gives a fuck? Let's turn shit up.
Yeah, I'd be walking by the dishwasher like, you want to fuck somebody so bad. Sit down. Sit down somewhere. God damn.
Word.
What?
I ain't say nothing.
Oh.
Shout out to the Currys, man.
Shout out to the Currys. Shout out to the Currys. One of my favorite families, man.
I love them.
Seth, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Dale.
Pops, yeah.
And Seth is over there on the team now.
Seth up there, man.
The brothers playing on the same
That's gonna be
team,
fun.
Golden State Warriors.
It's nice back.
It's going to be nice. Deadly shooting.
I've loved Seth since Duke. And for some strange reason, he believes the Curry family to be great Monopoly players.
Yeah, we've had that back and forth for some years.
I'm putting my money on them.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's the type of nigga you are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if somebody has the ability to become the greatest shooters of all time, I think they can figure out Monopoly.
Nah, it's two totally different things.
I'm just saying, I done betting against them.
Totally different world.
I'll slide the shit out of the Currys in Monopoly.
Yeah, my handle different.
I'll slide the shit out of the Currys in Monopoly. There's a few of these niggas that think they nice and shit. I heard Chris Paul think he nice in spades. I could be at any All-Star.
I've heard Chris Paul's a beast.
I could be on any All-Star weekend. I could be there.
Nigga.
Yeah, it can happen. Like some of you niggas that I hear.
You gotta make it happen too.
You should go outside and have Joe Budden annual spades off like Dwayne Wade had at the All-Star game.
No, because I'm not coming outside to fucking chase a friendship. If you niggas ever, I'm not coming outside the court. I'm not coming to courting.
You're having a spade tournament.
You should though.
That you set up at All-Star Weekend
and invite niggas.
And whoever wants to come, bring their partner.
No, I want some of you big talking, big time money niggas, and I've been saying this since I was broke, to lock in on the spade table just for a little while. I'll play some good music on the aux. Yeah, my dad'll cook something.
So set it up then.
Yeah, my dad'll cook a little something.
But you can set it up.
These niggas are afraid of me, Freeze. That's why I'm on my public platform. These niggas are afraid of me and my partner.
They're afraid of your partner and you.
Oh, however you want to word it. Hey, they both Joe Buddens. Hey, however you want to name it.
Joe Square.
They both Joe Buddens. I'm cool with that. Come on out, man.
Your father will be like a kid to candy store.
What? My dad every day called me to see when Mark is ready to come out still.
Mark don't want to play spades.
Man, I'm ready.
I know that.
He don't want to play.
I know that.
This is what the Buttons do.
You would have been playing, Mark. Come on.
Man, you say anything.
You would have.
Mark don't want to play.
You
He don't want to play.
Oh, I would have. Yes.
You make time for everything else, nigga. Make time to play spades.
I do make time to play. You just don't even stop.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Go get a bag for 20.
Right.
Go eat a pot burger and some
Buttons and spades. Right.
Now you be free. You be free at some point. At some point you get free. One.
We had
and two. Who's to say you can't get 20 from the spade game if you're nice?
So what?
Risking that.
He's lying. This is what happened.
No, he is.